the focus of our faculty since, I would say, early 2000. And knowledge creation has been on the top of everybody's game at Thapar. So we decided that we'll set up some 6 research centers. I'll talk about it a little bit later. We have also decided to now go into other programs to become a more comprehensive university. So we have now a program in psychology. We also have now programs in liberal arts. So we have close to 30,000 individuals who have graduated from Thapar Institute in the last 64 years. And many of them occupy some very prominent places in both corporate world and bureaucracy. And Professor Bhatia in his presentation is going to tell you some success stories of our alumni in the last 60 years. As far as our rankings and accreditations go, I will start with the accreditations, which is on the right-hand side of the slide. As you can see, we are a top-ranked A+ graded university by National Assessment and Accreditation Council of Government of India. This accreditation was given to us in 2019 and is valid until 2024, when we'll go for re-accreditation again. All our engineering programs, the eligible engineering programs, are also accredited by National Board of Accreditation. So the difference between the NAC and NBA is, while NAC is NAAC is the institutional accreditation, NBA is the program accreditation. So you will see your computer engineering program, your mechanical engineering program, they are also individually accredited by National Board of Accreditation. Some of our older engineering program also holds a US accreditation, which is right at the bottom, as you see, called ABAT, which is the Accreditation Board of Engineering and Technology USA, which accredits all engineering institutions and universities across the US. So our mechanical engineering program, computer engineering program, civil engineering program, electrical engineering program, and chemical engineering program are also ABAT accredited, which actually means that if some of you decide to go and work in the US, you go either for higher education or you go to US and start to work, ABAT will provide you a seamless transfer to a higher education institution in the US. As far as our rankings are concerned, if you look at the left-hand side, we are ranked by Times Higher Education, which is a top ranking agency in the world. Most of the top world universities look at Times Higher Education world rankings on a yearly basis. And if you look at our 2020 rankings, we figure in the 601 to 800 category in the world. Now, this puts us in the joint 10th in India. So what I try to mean to say here is, among the top 800 universities in the world, we hold 10th rank within India, right? Along with many other universities. And our computer science program is ranked between 301 to 400 in the world. If you look at the Asia rankings of Time Higher Education, we are ranked 156. And if you look at the National Institutional Ranking Framework, which is done by Government of India, which was announced about a month ago, we were ranked 29th amongst all engineering institutions in the country. And mind it, this includes in mid-20s IITs and also several NITs. So we are 29th in the country. We are ranked number 3 private engineering institution in India as far as NIRF 2020, ranked 8th as in the employer reputation in India, and ranked 20th in research output in India. Of course, our endeavor is to now take this 29th rank and take it to top 15 in the next 2-3 years. It's possible. We have done all the hard work, right? And you will see, while during your 4 years of study here, the institutional moving up from 29 to top 15. The strategy is in place, and we are on course to be amongst the top 15 in the next 3 or 4 years. As far as the institution is concerned, in terms of academics, we are a pioneer in outcome-based teaching, probably the first one in the country to do it, primarily also because we went for ABAT accreditation, where this is valued a great deal. The university has 450 faculty, and most of them vast majority of them are PhDs and postdocs from abroad. So they're highly accredited and accomplished faculty. We have a 250-acre, very green campus, And as I just mentioned to you, in the contemporization program, we spent close to 600 crores towards building the new physical infrastructure on campus, and also to refurbish the older infrastructure. As far as the research and innovation is concerned, we are amongst the top scorers for quality of publications which are published by our faculty. We have close to 7,000 published papers in Scopus, and our citations, which is an indication of how good that work is among us the top scorers in India. We have several multi-level collaborations with global institutions, and this provides many opportunities for student exchanges, for 2+2 programs, for research and summer programs of various kinds, and internships, of course. Our student selection is on this year is going to be on the basis of 10+2 marks, at least to begin with, in the month of August. And we have been a preferred institute for most top ranking students, all these in the last 64 years we have been in existence. Our current student strength on campus is 10,000 plus. I did mention to you about Thapar shaped education and talked about outcome-based education. Thapar, we know, will provide a paradigm shift in the way you have studied up until grade 12. I was listening to the minister yesterday talking about the new education policy, and at least an intent in moving towards experiential and outcome-based education from the government. How long will it take, we do not know. But at Thapar, we all practice this, and for all of you now, we actually become a little mature in outcome-based education, because we started this practice in 2013, and 7 years is a good enough time for most universities to mature in this area. So the education that you will receive at Thapar will be project-led. It will be experiential. What actually it means is that you will be, you will have several opportunities to do things with your own hands in laboratories, make large projects, small and large projects, which will provide you an experiential education. And our experiences, that if you experience something, that means you do things by your own hands, the learning is lifelong. Outcome-based education actually meant that we have now outcomes listed for each course and each program, and we meticulously measure them at each end of each semester, so that all the outcomes that have been listed for that particular course and then finally for the program are met for the students. Our faculty is very research active, and we encourage them to take their research to the classes and inspire the students in innovation and research. We also have our education, which is very entrepreneurial, and we have set up an entrepreneurship center, and I have a slide coming for it a little later in this presentation. When I talked of the projects, we offer several projects to the students in each semester. They could be either under the school of the Experiential Learning Center or part of your regular program. In year 1 and year 2, we offer 2 compulsory major projects, like large projects, to all students. One is Catapult, which actually students build, and you can see that in the picture right here. We give them some parts, they are supposed to assemble them, and then simulate the projectile motion of the ball, which is thrown with the help of this catapult. Then there is an autonomous vehicle project, which is called as Buggy. All the students in year 1 and 2 do these projects, which will require you to practice your physics, some bit of electronics, bit of mechanical engineering, and bit of programming in computer engineering, right? So you will use most of these things in these 2 projects. By the year 3, there'll be several your discipline specific projects. So there'll be civil engineering students will do civil engineering projects, mechanical students will do mechanical engineering projects, and things of those kinds. And year 4, we have a large capstone project where you use the knowledge you have gained in all the subjects you've done until then and build a large design project. In the year 4, all students will also go for a mandatory project semester, which is a 6 months, 5 to 6 months of internship in industry. This has been a big success story for Thapar since last 23 years. We started this in 1997, and now it's one of the major success stories that we had coming out of Thapar. Many of our students do so well in project semester that most industries come back year on year to hire students specifically for project semester, and many students actually land a pre-placement offer while they are still doing their project semester. In the year 2018, as I just mentioned to you about the experiential education, we set up an experiential education center, which was institutional wide and was led by Professor Sanjeev Bedi, who's the head of Ideas Clinic at University of Waterloo and is also the director of Mechatronics program in University of Waterloo. We have hired him, and he works with us he's going to work with us for the next 6 years and spends about 4 months in a year at Thapar. And he has helped us build several of these activities which students do, starting with car transmission to making heat exchangers to designing robots to IoT activities to making inverters. So starting in the first year with very simple activities where you actually start building the design vocabulary of the students, it goes on to build high-end applications for students by the year 3 and then going into the capstone. So all programs, every student is expected to do about 6 experiential activities during the 4 years of study, plus a large capstone, plus catapult and buggy, plus the institutional wide discipline specific projects, and a internship in the last semester. Now you can see how much focus is going into a project-led education at Thapar. These are some more examples of the experiential activities: IoT-based systems, inverters, electrification, e-Jeep and e-transport teams, pilot for radio power supply. All these are being done for all disciplines, right, and for all students. This is another example, which is a civil engineering activity where you can see they are making a small concrete canoe, which they were trying to make it float in a pool right in front of the main entrance of Thapar Institute of Engineering and Technology. So this is another activity of the Experiential Center. As I just mentioned to you in my first slide, we had set up 6 centers of excellence in 2019. Now, these are all cutting edge areas of work, which we want all our faculty many of our faculty to work in these interdisciplinary areas. We have already set up a food security center under under a chair professor from Tel Aviv University, Israel, Professor Yossi Shacham. Similarly, Frontier Materials has been set up under Virginia Tech in collaboration with Virginia Tech, and Professor Roop Mahajan has set up this center last year. Advanced manufacturing is also set up under Tel Aviv University, Israel. And we are in talks with other universities to set up big data, smart cities, and animation and gaming. See, all these 6 centers are being led by a top, highly accomplished professor at a top university in the world. And the expectation is that this professor spends close to 4 months in a year at Thapar and works with the local faculty, Thapar faculty, and is working on different kinds of projects. I have some examples of it, these projects. Now, if you see it, this is the Emerging Materials Center, which is with Virginia Tech and is led by Professor Roop Mahajan. So he has already given away 11 projects to our faculty, and he's mentoring them. And there is at least 3 or 4 faculty involved in each project. So you can see about 35 faculty are already involved in these projects. We have set aside money which is now used specifically for these projects and for under the center. Similarly, this is the Food Security Center. We have 4 projects have been seed funded by Thapar Institute and are being now led by Professor Yossi Shacham from Tel Aviv University. So these are also joint projects where the principal investigators are from Thapar Institute and also from Tel Aviv University. And in these cases, because this was food security, we also roped in Punjab Agriculture University. So electrical engineering department, electronics engineering department, computer engineering department, besides biotechnology, are collaborating together to run different projects under the Food Security Center. I mentioned to you about Entrepreneurship Center. We have set up a venture lab on campus, and any student who has an idea and is willing to pitch it to a committee under the venture lab. And if you have a business plan and if you pitch it right, the university funds give you a seed grant to set up that venture. We will give you space, we'll give you mentorship, we'll also provide you a facility to build prototypes on campus. So at this point in time, on the right hand side, as you can see, several startups have started from the campus. They are all student-led startups, and any student who has an idea is then led into this venture lab. We also offer a compulsory course on entrepreneurship and innovation, and most students make use of this course, and if they have an idea, they get started from that particular course. So several activities, events are organized every year under this center. There's a venture lab weekend, there's a hackathon of entrepreneurs, there's a startup weekend, there's an e-summit, so things of those kinds which keep happening under this center. We are also now going to build a new venture lab on campus, which will give you now, right now we have only 10 spaces for people to sit down and set up their offices. Once the venture lab comes up, this number could easily go up to 50, along with design spaces for students. We have several partnerships. The major ones are, you can see them on screen, starting with Trinity College Dublin, with Tel Aviv University, with University of Queensland and University of New South Wales in Australia, University of Groningen in Holland, Virginia Tech and University of Toledo in the US, and University of Leeds in UK. All these partnerships are focused institutional partnerships where either programs are offered jointly. That means you can do a 2+2 or a 3+2. That means you can study for some time in Patiala, and then you spend time in the partner institution, and maybe in many cases you'll be able to get a degree from the partner university. There is also an option to do research with these institutions. There is also an option to do summer courses or a semester abroad with these institutions. So we have built these partnerships from scratch from 2015. And if you look at all these universities and go and check their ranking in the world, they all figure in the top 200 to 300. Many of them are in top 100, but nobody below 300 in the world, right? So they are top universities where people or most students want to go. I mentioned to you that we have spent a lot of money building new physical infrastructure. So all these pictures that you see on this slide is a picture. This is the picture of a new computer science building and a new library and a new lecture hall complex. These are student residences which we have built for both girls and boys. Many of you will probably be able to stay in these buildings. And there has been a lot of refurbishment of the older buildings. These are some of the lecture halls that we have built. They're not some, they're actually many, and all centrally conditioned with the latest audio-visual facilities that are required by the teachers to impart education to the students. So these were built in the last 3 years. These are some of these sport facilities on campus, a 400-meter athletic track. Then you name a sport, you will find the facility on campus. We have all kinds of facilities available on campus. This is like tennis, cricket in the back of this photograph. And then I have a small video. The second year students, the 2019, those students who came in 2019 has actually filmed this video, 2-minute video for all of you. So I thought I'll run it for you just to have a glimpse of the campus. So
Welcome to Thapar Institute of Engineering and Technology, Patiala, the hub of living and learning. Founded in 1956, with a campus spread across 250 acres, we cater to ingenious minds around the globe. The Central Library of Thapar provides around-the-clock facility to utilize time between lectures to study and conduct discussions. Thapar has well-equipped labs and classrooms giving students the right environment to study and concentrate. Gymnasium, swimming pool, and the synthetic tracks make sure that students not only study but also stay fit and active.
Besides the lustrous campus, Thapar is a place that gives the students a culture to express themselves with utmost dignity and exposes them to various opportunities, helping them nurture their pre-existing skills as well as acquire the ones needed in the professional world. With over 50+ societies like Frosh, EIC, Toastmasters, and various college fests like the Frosh Week, Saturnalia, Thapar provides an environment where academics and extracurricular activities go hand in hand.
The the convenience of students and an exposure to the best facilities has always been our primary concern. Therefore, Thapar has been expanding ever since its construction. Thapar has multiple blocks in which the regular classes are conducted and newly constructed lecture halls, computer science block, main building, etc., which are based on modern architecture as well as well equipped with the latest technology in order to provide better quality of education. Along with this, there are food joints in every nook and corner of the campus to satisfy the craving of hunger. We are proud to inform that Thapar has been accredited as A+ grade by the National Assessment and Accreditation Council and holds the 29th ranking according to the NIRF survey. As we move ahead, we look forward in making this learning environment even more dynamic and practical. We assure you greater opportunities and specially designed programs to meet the needs of the market and thus ensure a brighter future ahead of you.
The Frosh team has played a key role in carrying out the orientation and admission procedures at Thapar. And this year, Frosh aims at transcending all limits and warmly welcomes the batch of 2024.
All right, so I hope you enjoyed this short video, shot by our students. They're not professionals, but still I like it, so I thought I'll probably share it with you. The last slide that I have is that we are in the middle of a pandemic, and we are prepared very well, so that the education is imparted to the students in an online mode until the situation is conducive enough for face-to-face education, to start at the campus. Our core values, are that we will want a face-to-face education to be imparted to all students. But at this point in time, because of the pandemic reality, we'll be offering you all classes in an online mode beginning from 7th of September 2020. We have planned an orientation week by the Frosh team, the team which actually has made this video, starting from 31st of August for a week's time. So after the orientation, 7th of September, the classes would begin. And we have created e-content for all courses in the form of videos and presentations, which will be shared on our learning management system once you are fully registered as a student at Thapar Institute. So with this, I will close my presentation and would invite Professor S.S. Bhatia to talk about the admissions process at Thapar. Deepto, can you see the slide?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The new slide, huh?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ajay, for this wonderful presentation. So now I'm Dr. S.S. Bhatia, as told to you by Dr. Ajay, that I'm Dean of Academic Affairs and looking after the admissions at Thapar Institute. I'll be giving you a brief idea how the admission process will be working in Thapar Institute for this session 2021. So my first slide is why you are choosing TIIT. Of course, number of points in this slide, they have already been discussed by Dr. Ajay, that we have an excellent academic profile of faculty, that most of the faculty members of Thapar Institute, they are PhD and highly qualified. About 95% of the faculty over Thapar Institute, they are having PhD degree. We don't select any candidate without a PhD degree. We are offering outcome-based learning pedagogy. Already Dr. Ajay has discussed on it. And we are offering project-based and research-led teaching. The teachers, they take over their researches to their classroom. And in most of the courses, we offer projects in their live projects in their courses. They may be minor project or the major projects. Mandatory industry exposure through project semester, as Ajay has already told you that during the 4-year tenure over here at Thapar Institute. Every student will undergo a 1 semester full in the industry for his or her project semester. So this is mandatory for every candidate to undergo this industry project for 1 semester. We have a rigorous academic discipline that we follow our academic calendar religiously. We issue an academic calendar of each year, 1 session, and we follow that academic calendar religiously. And we have the flexibility mode to academic curriculum as per industry needs, because we have our own bodies as per the industry needs. We change our curriculum as the time arises, as the demand of the industry. And we have a strong international collaboration, and this also we shall be discussing later on during this presentation. So these are the various programs being offered by DIT, and out of this, B.Tech program, which is a 4-year degree program, and we offer 5-year dual degree program, MBA program as well. And apart from this, we are offering the lateral engineering program, which is we admit students on the basis of diploma, and we admit them in this year 2nd, and in 3 years time they complete their degree. So we have started another program this year, this liberal arts program in BA, BSc, BBA, in which we shall be offering you the honors program in BA, BSc and BBA programs. We are offering the master's programs. Apart from this, we are offering MCA program, MSc Sciences programs, and MA in psychology and PhD programs. So we are offering all these programs at master's level as well. So these are the different academic programs which Thapar Institute is offering at the undergraduate level, out of which one is biotechnology, biomedical engineering. Biomedical engineering we started a year back, chemical engineering, computer engineering, computer science and engineering. This we started last year at the Patiala campus, and computer science and engineering at Derabassi campus we started in the year 2018. And so it is now year 3rd, we shall be admitting students over here. And I may let you know that this computer science and engineering program at Derabassi campus is 2+2 program. That is first 2 year students will study at our off-campus Derabassi campus. And the remaining year 3 and year 4, the students will come over at Patiala campus back, and they will merge into our Patiala campus computer science and engineering students. So year 3 and year 4, they will be spending over here to get their degree. So nowhere in degree it will be written at Derabassi campus. So they are the part of the Patiala campus, or they are the part of Thapar Institute. So we have this computer science and business systems also. This is the program in which we have a MOU signed with TCS. So this program is offered by TCS with the our faculty is trained by TCS people, and we are offering this computer science. So last year we started this program with the help of TCS. So civil engineering, this is our age-old program. Electrical engineering, electrical and computers engineering. This program we have started this year only, which is a hybrid program of electrical and computers. So electronics, instrumentation and control engineering, this is also an old program. Electronics and computers, this is also now 2 batches have already graduated under electronics and computer. This is again a hybrid program of computers and electronics. Then we have electronics and communication, which is again an age-old program. Mechatronics, which is again a hybrid program of mechanical and electronics. So there's a huge demand of this program out in the industry. So mechanical engineering, which is again a core engineering program, and mechanical and production engineering. So these are the various programs which Thapar Institute is offering at the undergraduate level to the students who are wishing to get admission at Thapar Institute. So as you know that usually we make our admissions on the basis of JEE Mains examination. So but this year, you know, due to this pandemic situation, due to this COVID-19 situation, there's a totally uncertainty that whether this JEE Mains examination will be there or not, whether the JEE Mains 20 ranks will be available to us or not. So on the basis of that, fearing that, our board decided that this year only we shall be admitting students on the basis of their 10+2 marks in PCM. So this is the revised eligibility criteria for this session only 2020, and based on, we shall be admitting the student based on 10+2 marks. So this is the condition that candidate must have at least 70% marks in aggregate of the 3 subjects, namely physics, mathematics, and any one of the subjects of chemistry, biology, biotechnology, and technical vocational subject. So you see that this is the bare minimum condition to apply at Thapar Institute for this revised admission eligibility criteria, that he or she must have 70% marks in 2 subjects, physics, mathematics, and the 3rd subject as out of any of these subjects. So physics and mathematics, they are mandatory to be taken, and out of the chemistry, biology, biotechnology, or any other technical vocational subject, you can add as a 3rd subject. So admission will be on the basis of the percentage of marks scored in 10+2 or equivalent in aggregate of the 3 subjects, as I told you. And of course, desirable for our admission is that you must have appeared in JEE Mains 2020. So these are the list, as I told you, that you can replace your chemistry with any other technical vocational subject. So this is the list of approved technical vocational subjects as approved by our board. So these are the few technical vocational subjects which are offered in CBSE also, but there are so many others also, but only Thapar Institute will be accepting any one of these vocational subjects to replace chemistry as the 3rd subject. So biotechnology, computer science, informatics practices, multimedia and web technologies, engineering graphics, information storage and retrieval, electronics, business studies, electrical maintenance, general civil engineering, mechanical maintenance, and agriculture. So these are the subjects which you can replace, as I told you, that in place of chemistry as the 3rd subject in PCM, you can replace chemistry with biology or biotechnology or any one of these vocational subjects. So in case of tie in the marks and PCM marks, because there are so many number of students who have applied, so there may be tie at PCM marks. So this tie we shall be breaking by taking the overall percentage score of JEE Mains January 20. And in case there is a tie at this percentile also, then the same shall be broken by the following method, that candidates having higher percentage score in mathematics at JEE Mains January 20. Please note January 20. And then if that is also same, then with physics, then with chemistry. If all the 3 are same, then candidates with higher marks in English at 10+2, the tie will be broken. And if all the 4s are there, then candidates older in age will be preferred as a senior in the ranking. So this is how we shall be breaking our tie at the PCM marks while offering the seat to a student at Thapar Institute. So these are the total number of seats which we shall be offering in B.Tech. We shall be offering 2, 3, 3, 5 seats, and a dual degree 5-year degree program, B MBA program 60. So overall in B program there will be 2, 3, 9, 5 seats, and the lateral engineering, which is which we offer in the 2nd year based on the diploma entrance, 240 seats, and BA, BSc, BBA honors program in liberal arts, there will be 60 seats. So I have given a breakup of these 2, 3, 3, 9, 5 seats also. So biomedical engineering, we shall be offering 60 seats. Biotechnology, we shall be offering 60 seats. Chemical engineering, we shall be offering 60 seats. Civil engineering, there will be 120 seats. Computer engineering, 750 seats. Computer science and engineering at Patiala campus will be 180 seats. Computer science and engineering Derabassi campus will be 120 seats. Computer science and business system, which is offered with the help of TCS, it is having 60 seats. Electrical engineering 120 seats. Electrical and computer engineering 60 seats. Electronics and communication, it is 210. Electronics and computer engineering, it is 180 seats. Electronics, instrumentation and control engineering 100 seats. Mechanical engineering 225, and mechanical production, it is 30, and mechatronics, it is 60 seats. So it is making 2, 3, 9, 5 seats. So these are the 2 programs in which I mentioned you that we have 5-year integrated program, B MBA program, and in this students roughly will be staying for 2, 3.5 years. They will be doing B program, and 1.5 years they'll be doing the MBA part. So there will be no exit option available in this program. That candidate will finish B 5-year program, and only then he'll be getting B and MBA program degree. And I may tell you that in this, students will be getting 2 degrees, one for B and one for MBA. It will not be only one degree mentioning that he is student has done 5-year integrated program B MBA. So they'll be getting 2 degrees, one for B and one for MBA. So we are offering this B MBA program only in 2 programs, electronics and communication engineering and mechanical engineering. So this is 5-year degree program. So this is the last dates to apply. So today is the 30th of July. So hurry up. Today, 31st July is the last date to apply. That is, you are left with only 1 day. Tomorrow is the last date to apply at Thapar Institute. And the first round of online counseling that will be, we shall be displaying the first list of the successful candidates on August 5, 2020. And you are to deposit your fee by August 10. So I will let you know that those who are successful in this list, which will be displayed on August 5, so they are to deposit their fee by August 10. If you, please note, if you won't be depositing the fee by August 10, then you will not be considered, your name will not be considered for the second and third round of online counseling. So means your branch you will won't be getting any branch in the second round. So to deposit the fee by August 10, those who are getting admission in the list of August 5, it is mandatory for them to deposit the fee by August 10. Then once if you pay the fee by August 10 and you float your branch, then in second round of online counseling, we shall be displaying the list on August 14 and your branch may be upgraded in the August 14 if you deposit the fee. So then August 14 students, they are to deposit their fee by August 20, and the third round of counseling will be August, means the third list of online successful candidates that will be displayed on August 24, and you are to deposit the fee by August 28. So once again, I am repeating that those who get admission in any round of counseling, that is compulsory for them to, mandatory for them to deposit the fee in order to be considered for the subsequent round of online counseling. So that is mandatory and must for every student. So I will let you know that if we have some vacant seats in the subsequent round of counseling, if that is after third round of counseling, we'll be having some vacant seats. They will be filled up based on the JEE Mains 2020 rank only, as and when JEE Mains 20 result is declared. And in case JEE 20 rank is not available, means say by 15th of September, then the admissions will be done on the basis of criteria followed in the first 3 rounds. So we shall be waiting till first 3 rounds, and after third round also, if the JEE Mains rank is not available, then again the next round of counseling will be based on the same base, that is on the basis of 10+2. And I'm letting you know that the tentative date of the last round of counseling is September 15-20. And in case the vacant seats after this final round of counseling are there, we shall be displaying some information regarding the further rounds of counseling if they are to be there. So I request all of you to visit the website regarding the future rounds of counseling for any vacant seats after September 15-20. September 15 will be our last round of online counseling for any vacant seats. After that, we shall be letting you know on the website. So as Dr. Ajay has already told you that once the admissions are done, from August 31st to September 4, we shall be having the orientation program for all the admitted students. So we shall all be letting you know how to proceed, and we shall be taking all of you to the different departments. We shall tell you all about all the labs facilities, all the library facilities, and other things will be told to you in the orientation program. All heads of the department will be sharing, connecting with you during this 31st August to 4th September. And the classes will be starting from September 7, of course, in the online mode. And you know that during this pandemic situation, we cannot offer the offline mode classes. So classes will start from 7th September, and we have already prepared the e-contents of all courses which are going to be offered to you, and we shall be offering those, we shall be displaying all those courses on the institute website for your further consideration. So this is how we shall be, what amount of fee you will be paying at Thapar Institute once your name is there in the list of successful candidates. So 23,000 is the one-time fees which you will be paying for the one time in our whole 4-year stay over here. And for COE, CSE, and CSBS program, you are to pay 184,200 per semester fee. So this will be your semester fee plus 23,000. So this is the in addition to 184,200 rupees. And for the students admitted in electronics, communication, electronics, and computer mechanical engineering, they will be paying 1,70,500 rupees. And all other branches, that is chemical, civil, electrical, instrumentation, mechanical production, and mechatronics, they'll be paying 150,900. Of course, this is the semester fee, and plus 23,000 will be the one-time fee, right? And so I may let you know that once you finish your 2-year over here, then after completion of the 2 years, in most of the programs, we are offering some specialized focused electives in each of the programs. Like in computer engineering, we shall be offering these 7 different focused electives for the students to opt for. So these we shall be offering to the students on the basis of their CGPA after the end of second year over here. So high performance computing, computer animation and gaming, data science, information and cybersecurity, DevOps and continuous delivery, financial derivatives, mathematics and computing. So these 7 focused electives we shall be offering to the students on the basis of their CGPA after the completion of the second year. So similarly, in other programs also, like in chemical engineering after second year, we shall be offering them electives, focused electives in petroleum engineering, energy, materials. In electrical engineering also, data analytics, real-time systems, smart electrical networks. In civil engineering, structural engineering, smart and sustainable materials, smart cities, infrastructure development and management. And similarly, in the instrumentation and control engineering, we shall be offering these 3 as the focused electives after second year. So we are offering admissions to the foreign national and NRI candidates also. For us, the foreign national candidates are those who are the citizens of the other countries other than India, citizens of other country, and NRI candidates are those who have passed their qualifying examination from abroad, not from India. Means they may have passed the +2 qualifying examination through CBSE, but not from India, from schools situated outside India. So 15% seats are reserved in this category of admissions. So admission criteria for foreign national or NRI candidates is that he or she must have passed 10 + 2 or equivalent examination with at least 60% marks. And out of the same, of course, physics, mathematics, and any one of the vocational subjects. So this is the fee structure for NRI candidates. That $450 will be the one-time fee, and $6,000 will be for the Gulf, Southeast Asian, or African countries. For SAARC countries, it will be in Indian rupees. That is 368,400. So this will be the fee structure at the time of admission for NRI students. I can tell you now that the campus placement at Thapar Institute, it is almost 95% of the students who get CGPA of 6 or more, they get placed from the campus itself. I can share with you the data of this year, that is till 29th of February 20, because after that, due to pandemic, we couldn't offer the placement. Companies have not offered placements to the students. So total number of students, total number of organizations who visited TIIT campus till 29th February, starting from August 14 at Thapar 2019, 264 companies visited TIIT campus. And out of that, 971 students were offered the placement. So I can tell you that highest CTC offered to our students was at the 43.31 lakhs per annum, and this was offered to 3 of our students by Microsoft company. The average CTC offered is 8.27 lakhs per annum. So I can simply, this slide is showing you that the major recruiters who have come over here in the last session, that is starting August 2019 to February 2020. So Afcons, American Express, Alstom, Ericsson, Maruti Suzuki, Mahindra, Schneider, Siemens, SAP. There are so many other, JP Morgan, Freescale, right, Samsung. So these are the, I have mentioned the few companies over here who have visited Thapar Institute campus for placement of our students. So now I'll be just asking our Deputy Director, who happens to be the Dean of Contemporization also and Dean of International Partners, and Dr. Ajay Batish. He will mention you about the international partnership which Thapar Institute is having with some other universities at the worldwide level. So I request Dr. Ajay to please come and stay.
Thank you, Professor Bhatia. I mentioned in my earlier presentation that we have several relationships that we have formed over the last few years with top universities in the world. Some of the relationships where students can actually take a degree from those universities are Trinity College Dublin, University of Toledo at the moment biomedical engineering program, Tel Aviv University, University of New South Wales, University of Leeds, and University of Queensland. So I'll show the requirements for each one of them one by one. This is the program with the University of Queensland. There are multiple ways you can actually go and study at University of Queensland. The first mode is a 2+2. So after a 4-year degree program, you do 2 years at Thapar and the remaining 2 years at University of Queensland and get an undergraduate degree from University of Queensland. All programs other than chemical engineering, biotechnology, and biomedical can actually go and study at Queensland. The other option could be a 3+1+1, which actually means you do 3 years at Thapar. Then you do 2 years in University of Queensland. At the end of the first year in Queensland, we will give you the undergraduate degree, and 1 more year in Queensland, you get a postgraduate degree from University of Queensland. So it's a 2-degree program. We give the undergraduate, and Queensland gives the postgraduate degree. There is also a third option of 3.5 plus 0.5 plus 1, which means you spend 1.5 years at Queensland. And after 1 semester at Queensland, we give the undergraduate degree, and 1 more year at Queensland, you get the postgraduate degree. So credits earned at Thapar Institute will be transferred to UOQ so that a degree can be awarded. From there, there is a separate fee structure for this program, which Professor Bhatia has already talked about. Same way, we have a program with the University of Toledo in a 2+2 mode. Again, very similar to Queensland, 2 years here and 2 years in Queensland. Right now, it is specifically for biomedical engineering program, but very likely to be extended to all other programs other than chemical and biotechnology. So here too, this program is a little different from other university programs in the sense that there is a 1-year internship opportunity available to the students out of the 2 years they spend at US. So in the US, in University of Toledo, each year is into 3 terms of 4 months each. And so out of the 6 terms for 2 years, you do 3 terms in industry and 3 terms are academic, right? So there is a complete 12-month internship available to you at 3 different places of work, right? So this gives you a great work experience. Besides that, it also gives you some additional money to cover your living expenses. We have a program with Tel Aviv University, which is actually a 3+1+1. Right now, this program is only for open to electronics and communication engineering, electronics and computer engineering, or biotechnology. So in this program, you do 3 years at Thapar, then 2 years at Tel Aviv University. At the end of first year in Tel Aviv, we will give you the undergraduate, and 1 more year at Tel Aviv, you get the postgraduate degree from Tel Aviv University. This program advantage is that this is almost fully funded by Thapar and Tel Aviv University together. So which means the tuition fees covered for both the years, and even your living expenses are covered very largely by a scholarship given by Tel Aviv University. Now, because of this program is open to only top students of these 3 programs. So if you are among us the top 5% of the class, you can hope to be accepted at Tel Aviv University and do this program. We have this program with UNSW. Now this program is offered to all, including chemical engineering now. Other than biotechnology, so there's a little bit of a correction needed on the top of the slide. All branches other than biotech are now eligible to go to UNSW. We are in the process of signing the agreement right now. And it's again available in a 2+2 or a 3+2 mode, where the usual meanings of 2+2 and 3+2 is exactly the same as I described previously, right? In 2+2, we give the UNSW gives the degree, and mind itself, you University of New South Wales is among the top 50 in the world. Same is Queensland. And 3+2, we give the undergraduate degree, and UNSW gives the postgraduate degree. We have a standalone program for chemical engineering with the University of Leeds, available in a 2+2 mode or a 4+1. 2+2 means the same thing like before. 4+1 means you complete your undergraduate program in 4 years at Thapar, and then in your 4th year itself, we will make sure you are admitted to University of Leeds, and you are seamlessly transferred to University of Leeds for a master's program. Then the biggest program that we have at Thapar, which is the Trinity College Dublin program. This was the first one to start and has been running now for the last 5 years. Again, a 2+2 program is a 2+2+1 program. So which means you do 2 years at Thapar. Then if you have the right academic scores, you will transfer to Trinity College and do 2 more years there to get a Trinity degree. And if you decide to do 1 more year at Trinity, you also get a master's degree from Trinity College at Dublin. So this program is open to computer engineering, electronics and communication engineering, electronics and computer engineering, and mechanical engineering this year. I will pass it on to now Professor Bharti.
Thank you. So as regards scholarships are concerned, for B.Tech students admitted in 2020, so TIT offers scholarship worth ₹14 crores to all the students who are admitted at Thapar Institute in all the years combined together. The scholarship for B.Tech students, as you know that this year we have changed the policy of admitting the students at Thapar Institute. So the new policy for distribution of the scholarship for B.Tech is underway, and the revised norms of distributing the scholarship will be updated soon on the website. So because you know that the earlier process of distribution of the scholarship was as per the JEE mains rank, but now since we are admitting students on the basis of 10+2 marks only, so we'll have to change the policy of the distribution of the scholarship. So this revised norms of distribution of these scholarships will be updated soon on the website. So we have students development also, that the students admitted over here in Thapar Institute. We are having a dedicated center for them for as regard their employability skill developments are concerned. So as you know that, as you say that these include group discussions, analytical skills, interviews, and the other personality development classes, because these classes enhance these capability of the students, and they prepare the students for appearing in the campus placement. So because group discussions are also needed, their analytical skills also need to be enhanced, interview capacities also needs to be enhanced. So we have a dedicated center for this employability skills enhancement. We have a focus cell for the student counseling, that we have 2 to 3 counselors available all the time in the campus for counseling the students regarding their studies and other extra social activities. We have a dedicated experiential learning center, as Dr. Ajay has also told you, that we are providing hands-on practical experience to the students, and it is mandatory for all the students to undergo in the 4-year stay over here. We have strong industry institute interface to ensure the application-oriented learning. And apart from this, we have the entrepreneurship development cell also, which help the students to become entrepreneur for the future. There are around 50 societies in the TIT campus, which enhance the extracurricular activities of the students. And these societies are at a different level, at the institute level societies, departmental level societies, and the student chapters also. So some of the societies I have mentioned over here, but there are around 50 societies in the TIT at various levels. So this is a glimpse of the centrally located 24/7 open 5-storied library with a seating capacity of 1,000 plus students at a time. It is RFID enabled self-service library, and we have a dedicated space for self-study, group study, seminar rooms, available in the central library. It is having 1.25 lakhs printed books, 35,000 ebooks, 20,000 plus e-journals, and other apart from these things. So this is a glimpse of the library. Facilities at TIIT, we have the no power vehicles are allowed on the campus for the students. Only e-rickshaws are available from moving from one place to another place. We have a marketing place available in the campus itself, catering to the needs as regard laundry is concerned, saloon, eateries, fruits and juice shops, mobile communication accessories. They are the part of this market complex. We have the two banks available at the campus. One is SBI and other is ICICI Bank, which is their ATMs are also available at the campus itself. So this is a glimpse of the boys hostel at TIIT. These are the state-of-art facilities hostels having gymnasium, common rooms, TV rooms, guest rooms, 24/7 Wi-Fi, laundry system available there itself in the hostel itself, security guards, security system. So excellent mess facilities available in the. So I have given some photographs from inside the hostel and outside campus, outside the hostel. So this is the girls' hostel at TIIT. It is again the similar, that state-of-art, equipped with state-of-art facilities, that is 24/7 Wi-Fi and all other. This is TIIT Star Alumni. I have mentioned some of the alumni who have graduated from Thapar Institute at different times, like Mr. Manjeet Singh, who is a 1972 batch graduate in electrical engineering, and he's director at the BARC. Like Rakesh Anand, he is CMD at Mazagan Dock. Then we have Amandi Gupta, 1990 batch, mechanical engineering, he is managing director, Trident Group. Anil Chaudhary, who's managing director, Schneider Group. Rahul Uppal, who is the head of the security, senior executive director of Maruti Suzuki. And apart from this, we have the TIIT graduates. They have done exceptionally well at the level of IAS and PCS level also. Like we have 1987 graduate Anirudh Tiwari, he is principal secretary right now and in the government of Punjab. Gagandeep Singh Vedi is principal secretary Tamil Nadu. Manoj Ahuja in 1986 graduate, who is the chairperson of CBSE right now. So Anurag Verma, principal secretary government of Punjab. Iqbal Singh Chahal is commissioner BMC. So there are so many other. Ashutosh Jindal, 1992 graduate, who is in the central government. Apart from this, one of our students, she has topped PCS also. She was our 2014 graduate. She stood at rank 1 in the PCS examination 2015. Right now, she is assistant commissioner grievances at Patiala. So these are the few IAS and PCS who are serving the government of India or government of Punjab right now. I have mentioned only few. So this is a small glimpse of the life at Thapar. After going through all the day from classes, in the evening, students rock and roll in the evening times to enjoy their evening. So I have given just a simple small glimpse of the life in the evening, which the student enjoy. So this was all about Thapar Institute from my side. Now I open the door for question answer session. Dr. Maninder and Dr. Deepto.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir, for the very detailed presentation. So before we move on to the Q&A.
Deepto, 1 minute.
Yes,
so I can just again repeat that last date is approaching. Last date of applying is just tomorrow, that is July 31, 2020. And for admissions, you are to visit this site at Thapar, www.admissions.thapar.edu. So please be prepared for this last day who have not applied so far. So 31st July 2020 is the last date for applying at Thapar Institute. As you know, the August 5 will be first list of counseling will be coming out. First list of successful candidates will be coming out for admissions. So please be prepared. So now over to Dr. Deepto for question hour answer.
Thank you so much. So before we move on to the Q&A session, you must be seeing a particular screen that is fill the poll. So please fill that particular poll on your screens, which is particularly going to help us in tailoring the upcoming webinars. Also, this particular webinar can be viewed again at a YouTube channel. The link for the same is given in the chat box. So now in parallel, we'll just start with the Q&A session. So the first question is, are electronics and computer engineering students allowed to sit for all coding companies, or are they only allowed in some coding companies?
All ECE, ENC students are allowed to sit in most coding companies. It is actually left to the company itself to take on. Hardly any company has ever said no to any of the ECE students.
Right, sir. Right, ma'am. Is loan facility available for students? And what is the criteria to avail the loan this year?
So I think our local SBI bank is offering these loan facilities to all students. So they need to contact the local campus SBI bank branch.
Or if you want to contact any of the branch, you can do that. Whatever documentation is required by the bank, we will provide.
Right, sir. So there are a lot of questions regarding what branch am I going to get, or what are the estimated cutoffs? Is it possible for us to take these type of questions, sir?
No, Dipto. At this point of time, it is not possible.
Because still we are getting number of applications. Applications are pouring in after every hour. So we cannot tell that at what cutoff we shall be offering computer science or mechanical or electronics. Only after 31st of July we'll be able to get to it. So it is not possible for us. Only on August 5 we shall be displaying the list of successful candidates.
Right.
So please tell them, once again I am repeating, that those students who will not be depositing the fee by the requisite date, as I mentioned, they will not be considered for the next round of counseling.
Right, sir. So just to make it very clear that this is the only time Thapar is taking the admissions based on 12th marks. The criteria has already been given onto the slides which has been given to you. So you can definitely refer to that. So the next question is, suppose my preference are in this order: CSE at Patiala, CSE at Derabassi campus, COE, and so on. So if according to the marks I am getting my second preference, will I be considered for the third preference and so on?
No, see, if once you are at position 2, you will be considered for accreditation to position 1 only. System will not consider you for position 3.
Right, sir.
System will consider you only for the upgradation.
Right, sir. What is the difference between COE, CSE, CSBS course, and so on?
Dr. Maninder Singh, Head Computer Science, is sitting over here. Dr. Maninder, can you please explain?
This question has been asked number of times. So what I did, I just marked something on the scheme itself. So I just share the screen and let you know, everybody, that what difference is there between COE and CSE.
You were thinking that this question will again come today. That is why I think you have.
So I had to be prepared in order to answer this. See, for CSBS, it's a totally different inclination, different mindset. So if your ward is, or if you yourself is interested and you have a business inclination in mind and you want to do MBA later, so CSBS can be one of your choice. But CSC, COE, I will just share the screen and tell you what's the difference. Just let me know if you are able to see the screen.
Yes.
So is it visible?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, now if you can see the first year, it's common. So there is no change in the subject from COE or CSE. So whatever you are studying in CSE, same is available for COE branch. Now, if you move to the third year, so you see I have marked these highlighted engineering materials and engineering design project. it's not available for CSE students. But then the add-on is computer organization and architecture. Now, computer organization and architecture is also covered in COE, but in the later part. Okay. So if we go to the fourth semester, in the fourth semester, I have highlighted manufacturing processes, measurement science and techniques, and engineering design project 2. So these are not part of CSE program, but then we have software engineering and optimization technique, which has come up in the fourth semester for CSE. But having said that, software engineering and OT is covered in COE also in the later part. So I have highlighted these two, which are covered. And then we have cloud computing in CSE, but we have cloud computing also in COE as part of elective. So that is only the difference. And then we move to sixth semester. Then we have microprocessor based system and innovation and entrepreneurship. So this is not the part of CSE course, but this is part of COE. But if you look at then what is there in the CSE, so we have quantum computing available as part of CSE scheme. Then we move to the seventh semester, which is actually a last semester of engagement in Thapar. So we don't have embedded system in CSE, we have embedded system in COE. So in place of embedded system design, we have cognitive computing in our CSE branch. So these all are the differences between COE and CSE. Now, as you see, if we come to the elective focus part, so these are our elective baskets, and these all baskets are shared among both the branches. So apart from only 2 hardware subjects and 2 design subjects, there is no major difference in the scheme. So I think I have clarified. If somebody else has question more than this, so we can take that also.
Right, right. There is another question that is pertaining. Can we give any information on the scholarship?
I have already mentioned in my presentation that, of course, our old rules and regulations of distributing scholarships is available on the website, but that is as per the admission criteria of JEE Mains. But you know that from this year only, we shall be admitting students on the basis of 10+2. So we are in the process of revising the regulations for this scholarship distribution. So I told you that, I told all of you that we shall be updating all of the students, all of the applicants for Thapar Institute. This revised scholarship norms will soon be available to all on the website. And I can't say, most likely within a week's time, these rules and regulations for scholarships to first-year students, they will be available on the website.
Right, sir. What is the difference between Thapar Derabassi and Thapar Patiala?
So Thapar Derabassi, you see, I told in the web presentation also, if a student gets admission in computer science and engineering at Derabassi, then it will be a 2+2 program that 2-year students will study at Derabassi campus, and year 3 and year 4, he will come back in the Patiala campus and he will merge in the computer science and engineering students at Patiala campus. And this is the basic difference. Otherwise, all the study material, all the faculty members, they are going from Patiala campus only to the Derabassi campus. Questions, papers, they will be sent from here. Everything will be controlled from the Patiala campus, computer science and engineering. Only thing is, it is the locational difference, none other than that.
Right, sir. Sir, what changes will Thapar bring to the new academic 2021 batch according to the new education policy?
It has just come last evening. So of course, if I have seen through that, most of that we are already following at Thapar Institute. Okay, we are even following the choice-based credit system also. So most of them we are already following at Thapar Institute. But if still there will be some gaps, we shall be filling those as per the new education policy.
Right, sir. So do students of Thapar go for foreign internships in their first year respectively?
No,
In
not
the
in
first year, no.
but we have project semester. Companies do come and the students go for internship for full project semester other than outside
No,
India.
no, companies also, and even in our computing branches, we have one full semester. We have a MOU with University of Florida. So the students can go there and have their 6 months spent there and earn credit for their master's degree, which can be counted for as a project semester as well as get counted for their master degree at University of Florida. And even ENC students can apply for that, electronics and computer students.
Right, sir. Sir, is there any refund policy?
Yes, refund policy is there in the prospectus. So that depends on the last admission date. As of now, for B.Tech, last admission date is 15th of September. So if you withdraw, if you cancel your seat more than 15 days before the last admission date, you will get the full refund after deducting 5,000. Then for next 15 days, it is 10%. For next 15 days, 20%, and then 50%. After that, the institute security.
So basically by 30th of August, if you send us for refund before 30th of August, then only 5,000 will be deducted. Then till next 15 days, that is 14th of September, your 10% will be deducted. And if you inform us by next 15 days, that is 29th of September, then it will be 20% deducted. And next 15 days, it will be 50% deducted. And after that, if you tell us, then only security will be refunded.
Right, sir. Sir, is BE different from B.Tech?
It's too much of repetition of this course. So it has been told by an N number of, see, as such the nomenclature stands, and for a layman standpoint of view, there is no difference between B.Tech and BE degree. PTU offers B.Tech, we offer BE degree. But from a perspective of, if you look at what kind of a differentiation comes, engineering is basically how you engineer the product technologies, how you apply technology in order to get the work done. So engineering is more focused toward design and implementation, whereas B.Tech technology degree is application of the tools and techniques in order to achieve the motive.
Right, sir. Sir, could you please explain in detail the process of selecting branch in counseling? That is the freeze float option.
See, you have filled your branch preference order in the application form. So based on your merit on 10+ PCM score and your category and your preference order, you will be allocated a branch in the online counseling on 5th of August. So if you are satisfied with your branch, you can freeze, you can pay the fee, you can freeze that, and for the next rounds you will not be considered for upgradation. But if you are not satisfied with the branch you have been allocated in the first round of counseling, then you need to pay the fee. In any case, you need to pay the fee for whatever branch you have been allocated. So you need not to freeze that if you are not satisfied with your branch. In that case, in the subsequent rounds of counseling, you will be considered for upgradation automatically. So when you after the first round of counseling, you will be getting a link, a login ID and password to see which branch has been allocated to you. So there will be a freeze button over there. If you are satisfied, you can click on that button and your branch will be freezed.
Right, sir. Sir, what are all the documents needed for admission process?
See, as of now, we only need 10+2 score, 10+2 PCM score that we are in process of fetching from CBSE board or state board website. So if there would be anything else required, we will let you know. But at the time of document verification process, you will be required to produce the original 12th certificate, 12th DNC to verify the PCM score.
Right, sir. Sir, how many companies visit for computer engineering?
So almost in the previous year, we have 350 companies who have visited for all circuit branches along with computer science and engineering. But now we are expecting that we are going to raise this bar, and I think 400 plus companies will visit Thapar campus.
Right, sir. Sir, are there any center of excellences for CSE?
Yeah, for CSE Center of Excellences, we have two, which we have envisioned. One is in big data, another is in animation and gaming. And overall, as Professor Batish in his presentation has showcased you, there are 6 Center of Excellences which we are setting up, and 2 are already there in place: food security and emerging materials.
Right, sir. Sir, please suggest in IEP Toledo University 2+2 program, but in your form, 10 preference section only showing Toledo in biomedical engineering. So
okay. Presently, we are having this particular 2+2 program for biomedical engineering. Okay, so we had a discussion with the University of Toledo where we will be admitting students from all streams. Okay, so it has not been finalized as yet. Okay, so when you are, after you finish your first year, might be that we finalize and we'll take your preferences then.
Right, sir. Is there any relaxation for government employee child?
Government of employee child.
No, no such relaxation is there.
Right, sir. Is CSE and COE both accredited by ABIT?
The ABET accreditation is for our computer engineering program. CSE we just started 2 years back in Derabassi and 1 year back in Patiala campus. In order to have any accreditation, you have to have a local accreditation by your local body, that is NBA. And in order to have NBA, the branch should have at least spent 3 years of his life before we can apply to the agency. So once it is being done, definitely we'll have our CSE program accredited by NBA, and followed that we'll apply for ABET also. But for the time being, COE, computer engineering branch, is ABET and NBA accredited.
Right, sir. Will the hostel allotment be done in the admission counseling itself?
See, for this process, because of this pandemic, the hostel allocation is not being done for this. So whenever the time is conducive for hostel allotments, we'll let you know, and this is how the process will happen.
Right, sir. What if we have given a paper for verification and results are changed? So how do we proceed to be, how will the procedure be continued?
Revaluation, because of if there is any revision in the results after the revaluation, the same will be considered only after the result of revaluation is declared. Till then, we will be considering the marks that has been awarded till now. And after the revision of the result, the seat allocation will be done depending on the validity of seat.
Right, sir. So this question goes out to Dr. T.P. Singh. Sir, what is the placement of mechanical engineering?
We had conducted a webinar day before yesterday, and today we have for mechatronics, wherein we showed that for all students who attain a CGPA of 6 or more, the placements are close to 90%. In fact, in some years they were even 93%. So that is where we are at as far as placements are concerned.
Right, sir. Sir, with the BE mechanical engineering degree, can I still pursue masters in automobile engineering?
I think so, because in most of, since we do not have automobile engineering, but I believe for automobile engineering, in all universities, BE mechanical students would be eligible.
Right, sir. So we'll just allow some attendees to ask their questions. Avni Gupta, please go ahead. Okay, let's move on to next one. Priyanka Kumari.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yeah, sir, Actually, my question is that in the first counseling, if I get a branch which is my preference fourth, but I don't freeze it and I go for upgradation, and suppose my bad luck, if I don't get the second branch or third branch preferred by me, will still I get the fourth branch if I have already paid the fees?
Yes, until there is any upgradation in your case, you will remain at position 4. And if there is upgradation to position 3 or 2, then that will be your last branch.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, let's get another participant, Rajan Sharma. So please go ahead, sir.
Sir, in CSBS branch, are there any limitations as compared to COE and CSE, like it is conducted by TCS? So the placements are from only TCS, or are they allowed to sit for big companies like Amazon?
No. See, it is not conducted by TCS. TCS has only proposed the course curricula and it is approved by AICT. The course is conducted by our faculty. And as this is the first batch which will go off, we have just started it in 2019. So whichsoever company wants to have a computer science students, or even the company which has a business system in place, they would allow CSBS student to sit. And TCS has no promises for internship or placements. It's up to the capability of any student. If he clears it for Microsoft, he'll be in Microsoft. If it doesn't clear for even TCS, he will not be getting recruited.
Thank you, sir.
Right. The next question is the prospect of EIC versus electrical, and which one has better placements?
You see, electrical engineering deals with your heavy current. Okay, so you are having the transmission, distribution of electricity. So you are having the renewable sources over there. You are having the smart grid over there. Okay, whereas in electronics, instrumentation and control. Okay, so we deal with the instrumentation part. Okay, so as far as the placements are concerned, okay, so both of our branches, okay, so they are having very, very good placements. Okay, so both are having more than 7 lakhs average salary. In both the branches, okay, so these are considered to be circuit branches, and students from the circuit branches, okay, so they are allowed to sit in all the IT companies. So our students, they have moved to the big companies like Microsoft, Amazon. Okay, so it all depends upon the capability of the student. Okay, so my advice to student is, okay, you study well over here, you develop your skills. Okay, you have the technical skills. Okay, so you can enter into the core companies, you can enter into the IT sector. Okay, so it will all as per your liking and your expertise.
Right, sir. What is the advanced specialization in the computer engineering branch that you have to study in this current cutting edge in our campus?
See, in computer science and engineering program, we have almost 6 years back, we decided that we should allow people to sit for elective focus. So at the end of second year, based on your performance in the 2 years program at Thapar, so we'll allow you to fill your choices for elective focus. Now these elective focus at this point of time are 7. So you can apply in mathematics and computing, you can apply in financial derivative market, you can apply in high performance computing as your elective, you can choose data science as your elective, you can choose information and cyber security as your elective, and you can choose high performance computing as your elective. So these are the 7 baskets which are available, and also computer animation and gaming. So these 7 baskets, you can choose any of these, and these will have 4 subjects each. So once you freeze this, then you will graduate with the degree in computer engineering or computer science engineering, but you will have a elective focus in this particular area. So that's what we are offering to our students.
But Maninder, you will be offering these electives on the basis of their result after second year.
Yes, I told that, sir.
Yeah.
Right, sir. So moving on, we've got one of the attendees who wants to ask a question, Sanya Sharma. So you can please ask your question if you wish to. Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, yes.
Good
Please.
afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Actually, I want to ask. I scored 80%. Is 80% in PCM. So, which branch will I get?
You are from outside Punjab or from Punjab itself? Beta?
Outside Punjab.
Big question you have asked.
irrespective of whether you are from Punjab or outside Punjab, we'll not be in a position to tell you at this point of time, madam. The reason being, still the forms are, last date is 31st July. So once we finish that, obviously by 5th of July, there will be a merit list. So based on that, you come to know.
5th of August.
5th of August.
Okay.
Sorry, I said July. Oh, sorry. It's 5th of August. The first list will be available, and by virtue of that, you will be able to know that what kind of branch you can get in at Thapar.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Do only good established companies of India pick up students from Thapar?
Each and every company who wishes to come to Thapar and get a slot from our placement office, because there is so much of hustle and bustle here, each and every company wants that I want to go at a first slot, because then I'll get a better people. So if a company falls and we give the slots to them, so definitely any company can come and provided they pay our students as per our liking. So we don't want many of the companies who may pay less than a certain amount, we may not give the slots to them.
Right, sir. So we've got another participant who wants to ask, Umesh Agarwal. Please go ahead, sir. Okay, let's go with the next participant. Yes, Umesh. Please go ahead.
Sir, actually, I want to know that when I log in into the account of Thapar at site, and when I go into the section of 12th, so at the below of it, there is written of uploaded document option. So when I upload my 12th mark sheet and when I refreshes my page again, then again it shows that no chosen file. So is it a problem or it has been submitted?
See, Umeshi, if there would be any problem, we will get back to you. Otherwise, we are already in process of fetching your result from CBSE website or state board.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Umesh. All right. So let's get the next participant. Let's get Anshika Agarwal. Yes, ma'am. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Hello.
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Actually, I wanted to inquire about any medical facilities. We haven't talked about medical facilities at the campus. So if in case a person is there a doctor or a medical facility, and is the type attached to some hospital also?
Yeah, madam, we have a dedicated medical center available in the campus. 3 doctors are there in the this medical center, and they are available from, of course, from 8:30 a.m. till 8 p.m. And after that, we have a tie-up with the Columbia Asia Hospital, that hospital is just maybe less than a kilometer away from Thapar Institute campus. So we have a tie-up with that Columbia Asia Hospital as well.
Okay, thank you, sir. And one more thing, sir, like in these COVID times, is there the faculty or the management, are they working up something to come up with the, social distancing norms in the hostels? Like, are there any preparations being made for so?
That we are taking care of. Once, if the students will be coming also, in case the proper arrangement we are taking, particularly in the classrooms as well as in the hostels also. And faculty, right now also, faculty is coming on the rotation basis with all social distances.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thanks.
Thank you, ma'am. So let's go to the next participant, Krishna Mishra. So please go ahead. Yes, ma'am. Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
you
sir.
are audible. Please go ahead.
Yeah, first of all, though, thank you to all the panelists for giving a very insightful webinar, very insightful information also. Although I've attended one or two of the sessions when I attended last evening as well. One question which keeps to my mind is that these days the maximum demand is for the computer science course, computer science and engineering. But I find you have got the maximum vacancies or maximum seats in computer engineering. I would like to briefly know, although Dr. Maninder Singh did describe the difference between the two, I want to know why CSE bands have been are there lesser in number and computer engineering has got the maximum 750 seats. Number two, how old are both the programs going on? And number three, what is the difference between the final placement of students of both the streams?
Sir, as I said in my answer to the previous query, so at this point of time, we have two flavors majorly. One is computer engineering, another is computer science engineering. So computer engineering is our age-old program. We are running this program from 1992. Okay. So computer engineering is the offshoot of, if you look at the structure of engineering which has happened across the country. So initially we had only mother branches, electrical, we had civil, we had mechanical. Now from the electrical, there is an offshoot of computer. So all other old IITs would also have electrical and computer engineering program, and they were offering computer engineering degree. So we started with computer engineering degree in 1992, but down the line, as you said, more people wanted to have an application orientation rather than having a hardware and software both combined together and system orientation. So in 2018, we started computer science and engineering branch at our Derabassi campus. Following year in 2019, we started the same branch in computer science and engineering. So this is the difference. Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. So final placement as per you would remain more or less the same.
That will remain the same, but whatever data you have seen and whatever we have spoken till date is out of our computer engineering program only. Because computer science graduates will be going out of the portals in 2022, and from Patiala campus it will be 2023. So at that point of time, we'll be able to spell out what is the differentiation, if any. But as per my experience goes, and as we know, so there will not be any difference between the placement of these two branches.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay.
Thank you so much, sir, for your question. So we'll just take another two questions. So the question is, if we pay the fee in the first round of counseling, would we also need to pay the fee in the second or third round?
No, it's not like this.
Sir, please,
yeah,
please
please go ahead.
Yes, Anish, sir.
Anish, please go ahead.
See, if you have been allocated a branch during the first round of counseling, so you need to pay the fee as per that branch. If there is any upgradation in second or third round, you need not to pay anything. The differential amount will be required from you at the time of final admission.
Right, sir. And the last question that we'll take is doing ECE branch in dual MBA program have the same importance as doing the ECE in the normal BE program?
The ECE component in both the programs is exactly the same. The only difference in dual degree program is they are doing MBA also along with BE program. So there is no difference. They take classes all together. There is just no difference between the two components of BE, ECE.
Right, ma'am. So I think this is all the time we have for today's webinar. If you have any more queries, you can actually email us at admissions@thapar.edu. For more information, you can visit our website www.thapar.edu, and to apply, you can visit admissions.thapar.edu. Please remember, our last date to apply is 31st of July 2020. I put the same in the chat box for your reference. So to conclude with, I'd like to thank the Deputy Director, Dr. Ajay Batish, and Dr. S.S. Bhatia, the Dean of Academic Affairs, for the informative webinar. A special forward thanks to Dr. M.S. Reddy, the Head of Biotechnology Department, Dr. Alpana Agarwal, Head of the Electronics and Communication Department, Dr. T.P. Singh, the Head of the Mechanical Engineering Department, Dr. Premlal Bansal, Head of the Civil Engineering Department, Dr. R.S. Kalair, Head of the Electrical and Instrumentation Engineering Department, and Dr. Maninder Singh, the Head of the Computer Science and Engineering Department. As well as, I'd like to thank our Assistant Registrar, Mr. Hunish Pansal of TIET. On behalf of Thapar, I'd like to thank all the attendees for making this particular webinar a beautiful success. We definitely hope to see you or your ward at Thapar. Therefore, please stay safe and have a wonderful evening. Wonderful afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Thanks, Vipul. Thanks. Thanks, everyone. Bye.